Yeah, I don't know. The lady was unoffended by fucking and sucking, but it was like the quantum mechanics sucking and
quantum
fucking is that's what made her grossed out. Like what?
I loved that.
All right. Hello, check.
Mic check.
Stand up Saturday.
You're here on MKUSUAL with us. It's like MK Ultra, but more normal. Like, subscribe, share.
Or we'll come get you.
Or we'll come.
I'll come either way. I'm addicted to coming. Well, that's not good. You should get that. I'm feeling goofy.
Some people are.
It's Chiefs Day.
You're making light of a serious condition.
I know. I never understood the sex addict thing.
Yeah.
I can understand how you'd be like,
You're addicted to the survival of the human species.
yeah, you're addicted
What are
to
you
propagating
addicted to?
your genes. Isn't that literally? I mean, I guess I understand it as like an impulsive behavior as part of like another mental illness, but I don't.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Why are only rich people sex addicts? I know South Park kind of did that joke.
They can afford they got time to do it.
Oh, public service announcement on my what is hack, stop stealing jokes. For everyone living in areas affected by the blizzard, stop fucking posting that Canada or the northern states need to come get their weather because it's drunk in your yard. I have seen this 80,000 fucking times. Everyone posts it like it's their own fucking thing. Shut the fuck up. It's hack.
Yeah, that is hack.
You know what would suck? To like have a viral idea like that, and then it just gets ripped.
Like you get
A
100
million.
views, and then someone gets like some dweeb posts it and gets like 10 billion views.
I had a weirdo. He was like an ex-boyfriend of someone I went on like 2 dates with, who was like Facebook friends with me, and I could just tell he hated me.
Do I know this guy?
This isn't that weirdo.
Okay.
This isn't the guy who like stalked me for a fucking month at my job.
Yeah.
No, this is he.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I think it just didn't give him the reaction he wanted. But anyway, so that got weirdly personal out of nowhere.
Sorry.
But anyway, no, this dude would like, I used to post a fuck ton of jokes on Facebook, and he would like, every once in a while, he'd just like copy paste and steal one of my long ass schizo jokes like verbatim.
Oh.
And it would like drive me insane because I barely knew this person. And I'm like, why are you stalking my page and stealing?
He wouldn't
random-
like repost your post. He just
No, he
was
did the thing I
literally
hate.
stealing it.
Or he'd change it up
Oh.
like barely. It was so weird. And that's when I developed my theory of infinite material.
That's how I posted. That's how I passed my English class in high school. I would literally copy paste from articles on the internet and then just thesaurus all the words different. I did not write. I have no idea how to form a proper sentence.
You know what's kind of crazy about that?
And my teacher would be like, "Oh, you're a great writer," and I'd get like 98s on my papers.
These are all AP approved formattings, except for you use big words.
Yeah.
You know what's the school system? I hate to already derail this episode, but like, okay, what you just described, take another person thing, verbatim, put it down on the thing, and put it in your own words.
Same structure.
That's essentially what the fucking education system teaches most kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They tell you to go do maybe a couple extra steps, but you don't actually learn anything in a way where you could explain it. You're just
yeah.
essentially, they teach you how to find the information and parrot the information.
It's like a plug and play model. I also used to, whenever I was feeling real mischievous, we had like our typing class. We had to like type out a paragraph.
Yeah, I remember that.
Had to be a certain speed for you to pass. They're still teaching people how to be secretaries, I guess.
Do you remember Mavis Beacon?
That sounds familiar, but
Mavis
I don't know what
Beacon.
that is.
Mavis. Okay, sorry, keep going.
But I would do one, and then we're supposed to like, enter down for the next trial, and then I would just leave my cursor on the first one and get to like a high speed score, and then I would just copy and paste and like delete 4 words or add 4 more words, And so I would get one like good high score so I could get like a A.
Yeah.
And I would just copy and paste it. I knew how to like select. I knew the like shortcuts on the keyboard.
That's genius.
And really my teacher could have like, she had like screen access from her computer. She could like see our screen.
But you can't watch it all at once.
True. So like I got away with it.
Damn.
Hacked.
It says here, Nick, that you typed 65 words in 3 seconds.
Yeah, there had to be some way that she could figure out that I was cheating, but there were actual people who were like getting like 60 words a minute. It was just crazy. And
I bet I could type 60 words a minute. I'm gonna do a
couldn't back
typing.
then.
Tomorrow's show, we're gonna do a typing test.
Okay.
Mavis Beacon was this software program that a lot of people use to learn how to type. And I remember we had to use it. Remember it was like a black lady?
No, I don't remember that.
Let me find a picture of Mavis Beacon. Mavis Beacon teaches typing.
I don't remember that.
We had to use her, not a real person. It's kind of an Aunt Jemima situation. They just the model they used was Renee Ellis. Haitian model.
That's crazy.
They just made up a black secretary, a fake person. It was like, this is the ultimate typer. Anyway, before I get in trouble, let's move on to some stand-up comedy.
Yeah, we won't get in trouble here.
Yeah. All right. 3 new minutes by Nicholas Rumsfeld dominating.
We can't figure out a handshake. I don't know what's happening. Guys, we're down to our last comedian. How fucking pumped are you to leave in a minute? Anybody? All right, well, guys, seriously, I need everyone to stand up for him. Come on, everyone stand up for a second. Yeah, there was one guy. Everyone follow the one guy. It takes 3 to start a ride. Whatever, you guys are enough. Keep sitting, don't sit down. Everyone give it up for Nick Dominy. Let him hear.
Please be seated. How we doing, Comedy Club? Doing okay? Y'all got any New Year's resolutions? It's yes or no question. We don't have to talk about it. Here's mine. I'm not drinking soda. Only squirt. Am I right, brother? He's a cream soda guy, I can tell. You team squirt or team cream soda? Team cream. That's right. That's right. You guys familiar with Schrodinger's paradox? It's not necessary to answer. I'm going to do the joke anyway. My favorite sex position is Schrodinger's 69. Sucking, fucking, and a superposition of sucking and fucking simultaneously. Thank you. That's the perfect response. Because you don't know. It could be both happening at the same time. Okay. Boys, I don't know. We get up to some shenanigans in the public bathrooms, right? Yeah, just me, I guess. I ask because do women do the same thing? Do they I know they go in there and they fluff each other up or whatever happens, and then. But do you do shenanigans? Do you do jokes on the other women in the bathroom? Is there any pranks that happen? Throw a fucking tampon over the stall or something? Okay. I had this friend, and in college, whenever we would go to I went to KU, we'd go to the football stadium and they had the trough urinals, and he would fucking Porky Pig. He would just pull his pants and underwear all the way down and pee, and there would be 50 men, and then just this little pink ass at the fucking urinal trough. We called it the little boy pee, so I do that sometimes in Target or just you could use that one. Just do it. It's so liberating. It is so liberating. It might also be a crime, so I don't know. I had this ex-girlfriend, and objectively she was funnier than me. She used to say, she was born in the Netherlands. And she used to say, why don't we call my vagina the Holland Tunnel? I guess funny. But I said, like the Holland Tunnel in New York, because thousands of people go through it every day. Like I said, she's my ex-girlfriend. So. And she also said that she told me one time that she also liked women, and I said, another Holland joke coming for you. What are you, a dike? A dike is a wall or embankment built to prevent flooding. Okay. So it's the little boy puts his finger in the dike. Okay, never mind. Very Netherlands specific content. Are there any couples over here? I'll be gentle. Yeah? Does your partner ever call you daddy in bed?
Yeah, oh God.
Feels great, right?
Oh yeah.
Makes it just, as a man, our fragile little egos need that. Even if it's not true, we need to hear it. But when I say, yes, mother, when I make liquid sin in your belly button, I'm some kind of fucking freak, I guess. I don't know. I'm Nick Domney. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was your bartender. Make sure to tip him very, very, very much money. I get some of it. That's it. We're done. That's the end of the open mic. Did you guys have a good time?
Wow, rounding out the open mic on fire, babe. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. That's wild, dude.
It's also reversed. It was tripping me out because it's reversed over here. It looked like I shook.
Dude,
with my
yeah,
left
I
hand.
had that. Yeah, I'm gonna have it fixed for the audience,
Yeah.
but it was the comedy club at reverse.
Exit stage left.
Bro, can I just say, we need to be called daddy, even if it's not true. Was that something you wrote?
No,
Or was that something you said off the top of your head?
Off the top, yeah. I went up
That
there.
struck me as one of the funny. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah, that's like, I have tried to work out that joke to like fluff it up, so to speak, and that just came to me, and I'm gonna use that from now on.
I think sometimes you're so good with words that it knocks people on their heels. Like when you say liquid sin.
The person, like Michael Keaton he's commented on like a couple of things. He catches those types of things because he's like a fucking word guy. He reads, but yeah, I think,
Shout out to Michael Keaton. You probably never see this, but
yeah.
Michael Keaton texted me at like 3 a.m. the other night to like help fix our sound issues.
Oh shit.
It was like, we got it with the roads.
He's the hero.
Sorry, keep going. So he comments
Well, that's
on
it.
that.
He notices that stuff, but he's like a brain, that absorbs so much information.
He's very intelligent. Come be our DJ in our band, Michael.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Run the rhythm section. Okay, so the squirt. This is probably the most I've audibly laughed at something on this show in a long time. The squirt and Team Cream.
Cream soda.
Dude, squirt isn't. I love squirt. I hardly ever have it around here, but if I ever get like a
yeah.
12-pack, I get squirt.
Yep.
I
a
just want to
great
give a
soda.
shout out to Squirt, grapefruit soda. Schrodinger 69 didn't get what it deserved, but that's funny.
The one lady who was like, oh. She actually knew and was like, oh. But I didn't get a laugh. Like, almost no one laughed.
It's almost like I almost wonder if you shouldn't modify a little bit, like you
feel
don't
like
know where you're at unless you open your eyes, or like until
you observe it or something.
yeah, or like you don't know if you're sucking or fucking until like the janitor walks in or something like that. Like,
Okay.
you're an outside observer.
Because I've wondered if I should like try to explain Schrodinger's paradox for people who don't know, and I don't know how to do that quickly.
I mean,
that it would take some work to like have like a 20-second explanation of Schrodinger's paradox.
I think people get it. They know the cat.
Right.
I think your audience. What is that noise? Anyway, I think your target audience of like kind of intelligent people will understand a reference to Schrodinger.
People giggle when I say sucking and fucking because that's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. The lady was unoffended by fucking and sucking, but it was like the quantum mechanics
The
sucking and
quantum
fucking
position.
that's what made her grossed out. Like what?
I loved that reaction. That made me so happy.
Yeah, she was like, she's more of a Newtonian physics freak in the bedroom. She doesn't do that quantum shit.
An object that stays in fucking. An object in fucking stays in fucking.
See, you could go that route.
Okay.
You could do lots of little like, fucking his relative. I don't know. I just
that's
feel like
weird. I don't
it's
know.
relative to
I wanna
the
go that route.
observer. The fucking throw a tampon over. That just is so funny. You need to keep that. Little boy peed. Dude, a guy little boy peed me.
Really?
Once. Yeah, a guy
You
little boy
observed?
peed me
In the wild?
at the old Stanford's.
I want to say that my friend's name so bad.
This wasn't your. He was like an old guy.
Okay. So maybe he.
No, I think it was a power move. I think he little boy poked. I got the distinct aura.
It is a power move. It
Yeah.
is a fucking power move.
Because I was out of urinal at the old Stanford's, and this like 40, 50-year-old guy comes in. This is like almost 10 years ago. And he little boy peed me. And I'm glad that you put a name on it.
Yeah.
It is a fucking power move. It knocks you back. You're like, fuck.
Like, I think they've updated. I haven't been to the Memorial Stadium in Lawrence in a while, but I think they got rid of the trough urinals. They did a whole bunch of renovations, but back
Yeah.
in my day,
I hate trough urinals, dude.
just a fucking
Dude, when they put ice in
a
it.
river of piss. Yeah.
It's so fucking gross. I mean, at least up to a couple years ago, they had them at the Chiefs Stadium.
Okay.
I distinctly remember trough peeing there.
Yeah.
The Holland Tunnel thing, you're kind of the bad guy in that story.
I know.
Like, does it usually get a better reaction?
No.
Maybe make it like
You have to know the little boy in the dam.
the
story.
Dyke thing was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think people kind of laughed at that a little bit.
But you also have to know that a dike is a dam.
Right.
I don't know.
There's something. I'm just saying. There's
There's
something
a
there.
better
Don't get
joke.
discouraged. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a better punchline than the Holland Tunnel thing. But she literally said that phrase to me one time. Why don't we call my vagina the Holland Tunnel? And that's just hilarious to me.
You could put
And
it, but if you
she
put
was
it in
born in
context of like, if you build up context, where
I'm just
you
trying to go. Sorry, go
Oh,
on.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I'm just trying to like that in and of itself is funny, and maybe that could be the punchline. Is that I weave a fictional scenario, and then that's what's the punchline.
Yes.
What were you gonna
Well,
say?
you could do that. You could weave a fictional. Yeah, you could have her like cheat on you or something.
And I didn't actually say that to her.
Right.
I didn't say I thought of that 10 years later.
I just think it's clever, and I've heard you do that maybe one time before, and I think that I always try to salvage stuff. So like, I feel like my diagnosis of why that might not be getting the laugh it deserves, because it is funny, is I think you make yourself the bad guy, and like in a way that is very fast with no context. Like if you were to have a context, like I always say stupid stuff off the top of my head, or like
yeah.
I don't think before I talk.
They just think that's what I said.
Right.
Yeah,
If you just make it out like one time a girl said this to me and then I said something like really rude to her, you're
Like
probably
we were dirty talking, and I just
yeah, you're
like,
like, oh
she
yeah,
said
I can
this,
fit a
and I was
car
like,
in here.
yeah.
What's the toll? There's 75 cents. 100 people could go through.
Yeah, she said, "Why do we call my vagina the Holland Tunnel?" So I threw 3 quarters in there.
Dirty talk. That's the remedy. I'd try it that way next time.
Okay.
Great set, dude. And you got a great response for closing out the mic, dude. I know I like to close out too. I like it because like if something's not funny, like you will not get
Yes.
a pity laugh from the 12 people.
Yeah, they're exhausted.
It's a great workout to get up last.
So many people have already sucked the energy out of the room.
Oh, and they want to leave.
Yeah.
They've seen 2 to 3 hours of comedy, which is an ungodly thing and that
Yes.
should not exist. They want to leave so bad. Okay. Well,
By Daniel Presley. I don't know if you know him. He's been coming for a few months. He's very funny. He gives me like Jim Carrey kind of energy.
okay.
He's like very animated, and he was like hanging out with Max right off the ramp, and I was like, no one will bomb harder than me. I'm gonna fucking blow this place. And I just like was talking shit to him to like get myself pumped up. So I'm going to start doing that because sometimes I just like remember your jokes, remember your set list. Don't forget to push record. I'm just like,
I
I'm
think
doing
it's
that
better
right
to just
before.
go up cold. Yeah.
But well, I did that, but then at the end, I'm just standing there waiting to be brought up, and then it's just like a nervous energy, and I take that on stage with me.
Yeah.
But I just, for whatever reason, I was just like, oh, it didn't, I was just like,
Yeah.
pumping myself up.
I like
And he
that
was
you-
like, yeah, you're gonna fucking bomb, dude. And he was just like, he was, giving it back.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was.
No, it's like, dude, you look at it, sports teams before they go on the field. They're just
Right.
like playing around with each other and fucking
Yeah.
yeah, I think you gotta have the energy. You gotta like not care a little bit.
We used to, in football, like right before we would go on field, we'd like all clap in rhythm and get like and then someone would like step up and like get everyone hyped, and then we would say like blood and guts, and like blood, guts, and then we'd run off the field, and it was just like so energized, and then we would lose by 48 points, but it was like
Yeah.
it still like got you that little pump of adrenaline that you need to charge foolishly into battle.
I miss sports.
I do too, actually.
I could use a reason to move around. Let's join a rec league.
I want to play basketball again.
Yes, I was just thinking that.
'Cause
I
I
could lose a little weight and not hurt
Same.
my knees. Yeah.
I used to go play, we called it noon ball, but it was at like the community, the municipal building or whatever in Manhattan. And at noon, the firefighters and cops would all go there and play basketball against each other. It was like firefighters versus cops. So I would always be like the pickup guy on whoever didn't have a fifth person.
Yeah.
And it was mostly old dudes. And then there was this other like Asian girl who came, and she was very good. She shot lights out.
Did she dunk?
She was like fucking reverse 360 on these people. But it was like old dudes, and they were just like fundamental passers, and they'd put it, or it'd be, so it was like, you can just go and be an old dude who's like a good passer.
Yeah.
And it's still fun. You get to run and like.
Oh, I played in rec leagues all throughout
Yeah.
different parts of my 20s, and I loved it.
Yeah. I miss it.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's do me. Get this show on the road. Random comedy from the vault. Oh, great camera.
Give it up for the overdeveloped muscles and the undeveloped mustache of the left comedian. It's all going to even out. It's all going to even out into a nice beard. It's going to be a nice beard. All right, you guys ready for your next guy, right? Huh? He's been serving the drinks all night. He's a real friend of the comedy club here. Everybody, give it up for Dennis Shanae!
Give it up for Jude again, man. Yeah. Wow, I'm pretty sure. Any couples in the house? Boo! I figured at least some of you were together. No, kids don't be fucking these days. That's what I'm saying. Kids don't be fucking. Sperm counts are down. Porn up. Sex robots. Not down with them. I'm down with fucking robots. Go find you a person. Anyway, my girlfriend keeps bitching. She keeps saying that she does all the emotional labor in the relationship. She's like, women do all the emotional labor. Like, we'll give you an example. She's like, we listen to you. We tell you everything's okay when you're having a bad day. And I'm like, women don't know anything about emotional labor. Every time I get in a new relationship, I gotta re-explain Ruby Ridge, Waco, fucking the plot of Josie Wales. That's emotional labor. You women gotta stop fun. Except for you guys, you're fine, I guess. Hey, have you guys heard of Uber Teen? It's like, what do you, there's this thing called Uber Teen. Teens can have their own Uber account. Kids can have their own Uber account now. I think, I just remember simpler times when we called that the big white van. Yes, the big white van, simpler times, you know. Sometimes they give you candy. Sometimes you'd have to help them look for a dog, though. That sucked. But the good news is, you know, simpler times, it was always like 80% probability it was someone your family knew. That big white van. You'd be like, Mr. Sanderson from Cub Scouts. I didn't know you had a pet snake. Of course I'll help you look for it. And then, you know, years later, you talk to a friend from Cub Scouts and they're like, hey, you know, Mr. Sanderson was a monster. You're like, really? They're like, yeah. And then you think back on all your fond memories of Mr. Sanderson, but it just all goes black when you enter the band. It's got really dark. I'm sorry. It didn't happen to me. It probably happened to somebody, which makes it worse. Well, I apologize for coming up talking about Josie Wales and child molestation. Here's a palate cleanser. I think it's really beautiful and kind of poetic, but sad that starfish are named after something they'll never see. Right? That'd be like if my parents named me Unconditional Love. All right, love you guys. Bye.
I want to reiterate. I had a perfect childhood. This is 2 weeks in a row that I have get molested by a Cub Scout leader. You know who my Cub Scout leader was? It was my mom. She was a dick mom. And then my stepdad was the fucking like one of the two bigger guys. Anyway,
My stepdad was Mr. Sanderson.
my stepdad was Mr. Sanderson. Well, okay, I'll just let you give notes. I don't remember any of those jokes.
Really? Last week you had a clip where Nate hosted 2, right?
You had a clip. I think it was the same night.
Oh, that was the same night. Okay, yeah.
I pulled the
That
same
makes
week.
sense. Interesting. Well, I like the emotional labor joke, the Ruby Ridge and
Yes.
Waco.
That's the one I'm going to bring back.
For me, I'm your target audience for that joke. I thought that was a great joke. Because you're like, yeah, you're setting them up for like women are, you know. You set that up and then like obviously.
That was probably my favorite part of that.
Yeah. I've never seen Josie Wales, so I don't.
I haven't either.
Okay.
That came out of my mouth.
Okay.
I remember when that happened, and I'm like, why am I saying Josie Wales? I probably saw it when I was a child.
Yeah.
It's one of my dad's favorite movies. I don't know why that came out of my brain.
I mean, it's probably a horrible story where like some family gets burned alive by some oil baron or something, but like some rogue outlaw has to come in and like save the town.
It's always the way it is. He's like, why do I want a woman for? Should we not to drink, not to gamble? I got all those spaghetti westerns mixed up.
Yeah. What's that guy's name?
Clint Eastwood?
No, the guy the guy who did all the music. He was like an Italian dude. Those songs slap so hard.
Those songs do slap. I didn't realize
that
that's why they
music-
call them spaghetti westerns. Is it an Italian guy?
Yeah, well, and they made a bunch of them in Italy because it was like cheaper to film over there or something.
Bro.
And then they started doing like their own Italian versions of stories with like Italian actors and stuff. But like, yeah,
Dude,
they just had like good landscape for it, I guess, and it was cheaper to film over there.
that's okay. That's sick. Any
What was the other joke?
the Uber teen?
Uber teen.
This is back on my TikTok grind. I was trying to do news jokes. I was actually proud of the structure of that.
Yes.
I might try to salvage that. Obviously, it's not going to be that Uber teen. I don't even know if they ended up doing that.
I guess maybe my only note would be like the simpler times thing is you need like maybe a modern example
Yeah.
of like being abducted by a stranger in a vehicle. They do give you candy in Ubers, so maybe
Ew.
Like as a juxtaposition that it isn't simpler, or it is still simple. Like, does that make sense? Like,
Yes.
Because I thought you were taking me a different direction for a second, and then
Okay. Okay. So I didn't like the simpler times part. I felt like I was trying to hit on the. I was trying to write a joke about Uber Teen because it was like a trending topic.
it does make sense why you'd say simpler. Like people have an app on their phone and they call the. But I just thought for a second, I didn't know what direction. Like it made sense, but like for a second, I was like,
I get what you're saying.
In limbo with it.
I get what you're saying.
So, yeah.
I might just try to
like-
salvage the general story about being abducted and just try to figure out a new beginning.
Yeah, the structure was good. That's a small like.
But the weakest part of the structure, I don't think it's a very strong joke yet, but I think the weakest part of the structure is the simpler time thing. Yeah, I totally agree with you. And then the only other thing I want your opinion on, starfish. I think I've done that one on the show before.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's sad. It's a good joke, but it just makes me sad.
Yeah, and they can't. Here's the other thing: starfish can't see anything.
True.
It doesn't make any sense.
True. I didn't consider that.
Did you see the viral video of the chick who's
You
like?
could just change the word "see" to "experience" or like.
Yeah, I think it's just a thought. I don't think it's a joke. I remember writing that joke. I was with you,
Yeah.
Amici Mero, and I was like desperately trying to write new. I don't know. That one might just be a thought.
Well, it could be. The other thing is like you said, you had a good childhood, so maybe that sell on the punchline of unconditional love isn't believable.
Oh, I forgot that was the punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You just need like a.
Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to contextualize it, like somebody once told me, and then I need a better. Yeah, I need a better punchline. I think you're
something
right.
something that's like.
Something different.
Because I like that, like, and there's got to be other examples of that too, like starfish or like, I don't know, I can't think of any. Golden eagle for some reason came up, and they don't.
They'll never.
They
own
never use
gold.
currency or like I don't know. Like there's got to be other examples. Too.
Polar bears.
They're not a.
They're not bipolar.
They're not strippers. I don't know.
There was this viral video where this girl says she discovered, I don't know if this is true, but she like learned online somehow that pigs, their heads are positioned such a way where they never see the sky.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's like, can you hold one up to see the sky? It's just
That gets me every time I see it. Just a pig screaming into the void that it was never meant to see. Aren't we all a little bit like that pig?
yes.
Anyway, unless you have any other notes,
No.
all right. Let's go, Chiefs.
Let's go chefs.
You better tune in tomorrow for the Sunday buffet, even though it's playoff football.
You can do both.
We got you. Yeah, while you're with your family, Tony. While you're with your family enjoying the playoffs, I'm gonna need you to put a second TV with us. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a good week.
We love you. We'll see you tomorrow.